I remember seeing a National Geographic in the 60s about the caves in France. And when I went to the Dominican Republic for the first time and saw in a guidebook that there was rock art, that there were paintings in caves, I thought, geez, this is my chance to see it. The ones in France is out of reach. And when I walked in and saw them, although the paintings were simple charcoal paintings, they weren't extravagant like the ones in Europe, but it was a very moving experience. It was something that had been on my mind sort of in the subliminally, for 40 years. And then to see them, to go in a cave, and this is a cave where the flashlight was flickering, you had to duck your head, you got dirty. It wasn't paved, lights come on and off like Carlsbad Caverns or something. So it was a really impressive experience. It was silent, it was dark, it had been years since I'd been in a cave. I knew I wanted to go back. It sounds like cliche to say it that way, and I did manage to get back. The images themselves, there's kind of a sincerity and a spontaneity to them that seems really genuine. And the word that comes to mind often is pure, that they were created from a pure impulse to draw or paint, and not from an effort to make art. It just seems like a child would. Well, this one, in a lot of ways, would be a typical. They're all different. They're all unique. The circular head, 2 eyes, and a nose or a mouth. It's a spiky hair or feathers. Perhaps it was a feather headdress. It might represent a god or a demigod. They had a whole pantheon of gods. The drawing is in charcoal. The colors in this one are colors in the limestone. These are limestone solution caves. And the red is an iron oxide, and the yellow is just the color of the limestone itself. This image here is an image that, when people see it, it reminds them of Kokopelli. There's a motif in the southwest desert of the United States, a Hopi created image, Kokopelli, and there it's interpreted as being a Native American playing a flute or some kind of musical instrument. But in the Dominican Republic, because of archaeological evidence, we think something else. We think it's a shaman who was inhaling or snorting a hallucinogenic drug made from the bean of a legume, from around here. This is part of it was a ritual as part of their religion, to see what's going on in the other world, sometimes to gain insights about healing, if someone was ill, to heal them. So that's what we think is going on here. There was a little bit of the mythology or the beliefs of the Taino that survived, and one of these stories involves a woodpecker. There's different versions of it, but the core story is that at one point, one of the Taino gods tricked them out of all their women. All the women gone with the children. No babies, no women, no footprints. Another god, looking down on them, presumably took pity on them. The men missed the women, and this god sent down a magic woodpecker who carved women for them out of the trunks of trees and had the power to bring them to life. So we think this if it's a woodpecker, it has a tail, but it's a magic woodpecker, and this somehow perhaps an abstracted symbol of the feminine. There are a dozen or so images that suggest this in various parts of the island, and it's an interesting and strong graphic too.